Fighting dirty doesn't guarantee victory over a servant of Yahuah. The illusion of worldly advantage. People really believe that if they fight you with lies, sabotage, smear campaigns, spiritual manipulation, and backroom conspiracies, that somehow the dirt gives them the advantage. They operate under the delusion that cunning, deception, and ruthless tactics create an unbeatable strategy. They gather in secret places, whisper accusations in dark corners, and craft elaborate schemes designed to destroy your reputation, your peace, and your purpose. They believe that by operating in shadows, they somehow gain power over those who walk in the light. They convince themselves that the end justifies the means, that victory achieved through treachery is still victory. They measure success by worldly standards, who can manipulate the most people, who can spread the most convincing lies, who can strike the hardest blow when you're not looking. In their minds, morality is a weakness, integrity is a liability, and righteousness is something to be exploited. But here is the truth that shatters their entire foundation. You cannot defeat a servant of Yahuah by fighting in the flesh, because the battle never belonged to flesh in the first place. The arsenal of darkness. You can scheme with calculated precision, plotting every move like a chess master who thinks 3 steps ahead. You can gather intelligence, study weaknesses, and craft strategies designed to exploit every vulnerability. You can spend sleepless nights planning the perfect attack, the perfect moment to strike, the perfect words to wound. You can slander with a silver tongue, spreading half-truths that sound believable enough to poison the minds of those who don't know better. You can twist facts until they become unrecognizable, take words out of context until they mean the opposite of what was intended, and create narratives so compelling that even those who know the truth begin to question what they've seen with their own eyes. You can cheat without conscience, breaking every rule, while demanding that others follow them. You can move goalposts, change standards mid-game, and rewrite history to suit your narrative. You can operate with double standards, one set of rules for yourself and your allies, another set designed to trap and ensnare your target. You can sabotage with surgical precision, undermining opportunities before they fully materialize. You can poison wells before anyone drinks, burn bridges before anyone crosses, and plant seeds of doubt in fertile ground. You can work behind the scenes to ensure doors close, resources dry up, and support systems crumble. You can recruit an army of wicked helpers, people who share your darkness, who feed on chaos, who find pleasure in destruction. You can build coalitions of the corrupt, networks of the compromised, and alliances of the morally bankrupt. You can surround yourself with yes men and enablers, who validate your wickedness and amplify your attacks. You can use every dirty tactic available in the kingdom of darkness, witchcraft and divination, curses and hexes, spiritual manipulation, and psychic attacks. You can invoke dark powers, make pacts with principalities, and channel demonic energy toward your target. You can operate in the occult, practice in secret, and wield weapons forged in hell itself. But none of it guarantees victory over the one who is covered, chosen, and backed by the Most High, the divine shield. Dirty weapons don't work on clean hands. There is a spiritual principle at work here that the wicked cannot comprehend. Purity creates a shield that impurity cannot penetrate. When your hands are clean before Yahuah, when your heart is right, when your motives are pure, you operate under a covering that renders the enemy's weapons ineffective. Their arrows fall short, their traps malfunction, their schemes backfire. The servant of Yahuah who walks in integrity possesses something that cannot be manufactured, purchased, or stolen: divine protection. This isn't a passive shield that simply deflects attacks. It's an active force that turns the enemy's weapons back upon themselves. The very tactics they employ become the instruments of their own downfall. Wicked strategies don't work on righteous assignments. When Yahuah has ordained a purpose for your life, when He has set you apart for a specific mission, when He has anointed you for a particular season, no human strategy can derail what heaven has decreed. The enemy can plot and plan, strategize, and scheme, but they are ultimately fighting against the will of the Almighty, a battle they cannot win. Your assignment carries divine authorization. It comes with heavenly backing, angelic assistance, and supernatural provision. The resources you need appear at the right time. The connections you require manifest at the appointed moment. The wisdom you lack is downloaded when you need it most. This is not luck or coincidence. This is Yahuah orchestrating every detail to ensure his purposes are fulfilled through you. And darkness cannot overpower someone who walks in Yahuah's light. Light and darkness are not equal opposing forces. Light always dispels darkness. When you walk in the light of Yahuah's truth, righteousness, and presence, you carry an illumination that darkness cannot extinguish. The enemy can surround you with shadows, but they cannot dim the light that shines from within you. This light exposes their schemes before they fully develop. It reveals their hidden agendas and brings their secret plots into the open. It illuminates the path forward when they try to confuse your direction. It attracts others who are seeking truth in a world full of deception. Your very presence becomes a threat to their kingdom of darkness, not because of what you do, but because of whose light you carry, why they keep losing. The reason your enemies keep losing isn't because they aren't trying hard enough. In fact, they may be working overtime, exhausting themselves in their efforts to bring you down. They may be more dedicated to your destruction than you are to your own success. They may be investing more time, energy, and resources into defeating you than you're investing in defending yourself. But effort without divine approval is futile. Intensity without heavenly backing is wasted energy. Dedication to wickedness only accelerates their own demise. It's because Yahuah blocks every outcome that is not aligned with his purpose for your life. The Most High stands as a gatekeeper over your destiny. Every attack must pass through his hands before it reaches you, and he filters out anything that would derail his plans. He doesn't just protect you from harm, he protects his purpose in you. He doesn't just shield you from attacks, he shields the assignment he's placed on your life. When the enemy launches an attack, Yahuah evaluates it. Will this destroy my servant or develop them? Will this end their journey or strengthen their character? Will this derail my purpose or deepen their dependence on me? And based on his perfect wisdom, he either blocks it entirely, reduces its impact, or allows it in a measured dose that ultimately works for your good. The mismatch of realms. They keep fighting you in the dirt, operating in the realm of flesh, using carnal weapons, employing worldly tactics. They measure success by earthly standards and define victory by temporal outcomes. They think the battle is about reputation, resources, and recognition. They believe whoever controls the narrative controls the outcome, but Yahuah keeps pulling you into destiny, elevating you to a higher realm where the rules are different, where the weapons are spiritual, where the victory is already secure. While they're focused on destroying what you have, he's focused on developing who you're becoming. While they're attacking your present, he's protecting your future. While they're trying to bury you, he's planting you for a greater harvest. Every attack they launch becomes a setup for your next level. Every scheme they devise becomes a stepping stone to your elevation. Every pit they dig becomes a well of blessing. Every trap they set becomes a platform for your promotion. They think they're writing your ending, but Yahuah is using their attacks as plot twists in a story that ends with your victory. They think the rules don't apply to them, that they can operate outside of moral law, spiritual principles, and divine justice. They believe their connections protect them, their wealth insulates them, their influence exempts them. They think they've found loopholes in the cosmic order, ways to cheat the system, methods to avoid consequences. But the laws of spiritual warfare still apply to Yahuah's anointed. These are not suggestions or guidelines, they are immutable principles woven into the fabric of creation. Touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. This isn't a request, it's a warning. It's not a preference, it's a decree backed by the full authority of heaven. When someone attacks Yahuah's servant, they're not just fighting a person, they're fighting the one who sent that person. They're not just opposing a human, they're opposing the divine purpose that human carries. They're not just targeting an individual, they're targeting the kingdom assignment that individual represents. And in doing so, they invoke consequences they cannot escape. The futility of low blows. They think hitting below the belt will knock you out, attacking your character when they can't defeat your calling, targeting your family when they can't touch your faith, assaulting your reputation when they can't stop your assignment. They aim for your weaknesses, your insecurities, your past mistakes. They strike where they think you're most vulnerable, where they believe you have no defense. but Yahuah lifts you up every time they aim low. He has a way of turning your lowest moments into your greatest testimonies. He transforms your deepest wounds into your most powerful weapons. He converts your darkest valleys into your brightest victories. Every time they push you down, he pulls you up higher than you were before. Their low blows don't knock you out, they knock you into a new dimension of his grace. Their attacks don't destroy you, they develop you. Their schemes don't end you, they expand you. You emerge from each assault stronger, wiser, more anointed, more dangerous to the kingdom of darkness than you were before they attacked. The predetermined outcome, victory for them, is never guaranteed. Despite their confidence, their resources, their strategies, and their alliances, they operate without the one thing that matters most: divine approval. They fight without heaven's backing. They scheme without spiritual authority. They attack without cosmic permission. And because of this, their victory is always uncertain, always temporary, always subject to reversal. They may win battles, but they cannot win the war. They may gain ground temporarily, but they cannot hold it permanently. They may appear to succeed for a season, but their success is built on sand that will eventually shift beneath them. But victory for you was written before they ever attacked you. Your triumph was decreed in the courts of heaven before the foundation of the world. Your success was prophesied before your enemies were born. Your vindication was guaranteed before they ever conceived their first scheme against you. This is not arrogance, this is assurance rooted in the character of Yahuah. He who began a good work in you will complete it. What he has purposed, no one can thwart. Whom he has blessed, no one can curse. What he has ordained, no one can cancel. Your victory is not dependent on your perfection, it's dependent on his faithfulness. It's not based on your strength, it's based on his power. It's not contingent on your wisdom, it's contingent on his sovereignty. And because he cannot fail, your ultimate victory is certain. The righteous response. You don't need to fight dirty. The temptation will come to match their tactics, to return evil for evil, to fight fire with fire. When they lie about you, you'll be tempted to expose their secrets. When they sabotage you, you'll be tempted to retaliate. When they attack your character, you'll be tempted to destroy theirs. But this is a trap designed to pull you down to their level, to compromise your integrity, to forfeit your divine advantage. The moment you adopt their tactics, you lose your covering. The moment you fight in the flesh, you forfeit the spiritual weapons that guarantee your victory. The moment you operate in their darkness, you dim the light that makes you untouchable. You don't need to return evil for evil. Vengeance belongs to Yahuah, and he is far better at it than you could ever be. His justice is perfect, his timing is impeccable, and his methods are thorough. When you try to avenge yourself, you interfere with his process. You take matters into your own hands that belong in his hands. You settle for human justice when divine justice would have been far more complete. When you step back and let Yahuah handle your enemies, you get to witness his creativity and judgment. You get to see how he turns their weapons against them, how he causes their schemes to backfire, how he makes their attacks boomerang back to their source. You get to watch as he vindicates you publicly in ways you could never have orchestrated privately. You don't need to match their wickedness. Their wickedness is their weakness, not their strength. It's the very thing that guarantees their defeat. When you refuse to descend to their level, you maintain the high ground both morally and spiritually. You preserve your integrity, protect your anointing, and position yourself for Yahuah's best. Matching their wickedness would be like an eagle descending to fight with pigs in the mud. You would forfeit your ability to soar, compromise your nature, and fight in an environment where you have no advantage. Instead, stay in the realm where you were designed to operate, the heavenly places where you're seated with Christ, far above all principalities and powers. The posture of victory. All you need to do is stand. Not fight, not scheme, not retaliate, just stand. Stand in your integrity when they attack your character. Stand in your truth when they spread lies. Stand in your calling when they try to distract you. Stand in your faith when circumstances suggest you should panic. Stand in your identity when they try to make you question who you are. Standing is not passive, it's the most powerful posture in spiritual warfare. It means you're not moved by their attacks, not shaken by their schemes, not intimidated by their threats. It means you're rooted in something deeper than their ability to disturb. It means you're anchored to a rock that cannot be moved, no matter how fierce the storm. Standing means you continue to walk in love when they operate in hate. You continue to speak truth when they traffic in lies. You continue to build when they try to destroy. You continue to advance when they try to stop you. You continue to shine when they try to dim your light. Yahuah will do the rest. He will fight your battles. He will vindicate your name. He will expose their schemes. He will turn their attacks into your advantages. He will convert their curses into your blessings. He will transform their weapons into your testimonies. While you stand, He works. While you rest in His promises, He orchestrates your victory. While you maintain your integrity, He handles your enemies. While you focus on your assignment, He deals with your opposition. The final word. Fighting dirty doesn't guarantee victory over a servant of Yahuah. It guarantees defeat for those who try. Every attack they launch is another nail in their own coffin. Every scheme they devise is another thread in the rope that will eventually hang them. Every lie they tell is another brick in the wall that will eventually fall on them. The servant of Yahuah who walks in righteousness, maintains their integrity, and trusts in divine justice is untouchable, not because they're perfect, but because they're covered. Not because they're powerful, but because they serve the all-powerful. Not because they're invincible, but because they're connected to the invincible one. So let them fight dirty. Let them scheme and plot. Let them gather their armies and sharpen their weapons. Let them exhaust themselves in their efforts to bring you down. While they're busy fighting you in the dirt, Yahuah is busy elevating you to heights they can never reach, opening doors they can never close, and establishing you in places they can never touch. Your victory is not in question. It's already written. It's already decreed. It's already guaranteed. All you need to do is stand firm, walk in integrity, and watch as Yahuah does what only He can do: turn your enemies' attacks into your greatest testimonies, and their schemes into your stepping stones to destiny. The battle belongs to Yahuah, and He has never lost.